Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, episode 444, and it's the 18th of December, and we're steamrolling towards Christmas Day, which is in a week's time, amazingly. I can't believe where this year's gone, despite it being a bit of a crock of shit, but other than that, you know, I've been looking forward to bringing this game to you guys for quite a while, ever since it was announced, really. It's absolutely... this is my first playthrough, so I'm not playthrough, but this is my first experience with the game, so I'm really excited about this. If you've been with the channel for a while, you'll know that I'm quite a big Dizzy fan. Loved it on the Spectrum, which is where I first encountered the egg-shaped fellow, and then moved on to the Amiga versions and all that kind of jazz. Dizzy has been a big part of my life growing up with the video game consoles and computers and everything else, and it's one of those games that sticks with you. Now, this one was released today. I will put a link in the description so that you can go and have a look yourself. It is free to download. It's also available on the ZX Spectrum Next, I believe, making full use of its extra hardware. But holy hell, this game has been squeezed into 128K amazingly. And I'm just, wow, I mean, if you've seen the Crystal Kingdom Dizzy remake, then you're on the right track to know, style-wise, where we're going with this one. So, you can already see the colour schemes are absolutely immense. There's the, yes, Dizzy still clips through. Take on the colour of the background. Oh, there you go. There you go. Very tongue-in-cheek humour already. Love it. This is just... May Dizzy long reign and have more games released like this. Because, you know what? This throws you right back to your childhood. And if you've never played Dizzy before, start with Dizzy, the ultimate cartoon adventure, and work your way through, because they are brilliant games. And I don't think there's any of the adventure series that I have ever disliked. I think a lot of them I've managed to complete as well, which is just, yeah. If you're a fan of the channel, you'll know that I'm not very successful with games these days. But back when I was younger, and I had that little bit of extra reflexes and all that kind of jazz, then completing games wasn't so much of an issue. I'm just a bit out of practice, I think, mainly. But you can see, let's have a look at the graphics first of all. Well, I can tell you this, and you can see for yourself, that Dizzy has now got a upgrade in the fact that he's wearing a hat. Now, if you've played the Amiga version of Fantasy World Dizzy, you'll know that he had a hat on then. This is sort of a throwback to that, I think, and it's really nice to see him wearing a hat on the Spectrum. It's a small detail, but it's a very good one. You can see there that you already start with a decent sized backpack as well, which is fantastic. Look at the colours on those trees. I know I'm getting overly excited about this, but look at it. It's bloody gorgeous for a specky game. I started off with the ZX Spectrum. 48K was my first proper computer, and then I had a 128K as well, a bit further on down the line, which obviously had the expansion available to be able to do music and more sound effects and all that kind of stuff. These games are, well, I know the original cartoon adventure, I believe, was, it was on the 48K, I believe, when it first started off. So, yeah, there we go. That's really good. So, looking at this, look how much stuff's on the screen right now. Look at the corn, then you've got the characters, then you've got the UI. It's just gorgeous. So there are coins to collect, which is very much in the ilk of Dizzy games anyway. If it's anything like the other games, they're going to be 30 coins. I'm not 100% sure if it will be 30 coins, but I do plan on playing this one to completion at some point. But it's just, so far so good. I'm going to talk about controls, because Dizzy has now got up and down features. Yes, he does. Probably noticed earlier on I was able to climb a ladder. Now, in previous games, Dizzy's had left, right, and jump, and then pick up and select and all that. So basically 4 commands. Well, now you can push Dizzy up and down stairs, which is great. So he can now climb up and down stairs. That's new. So brilliant. That's good fun. And the animations are intact. Now, if you can have a look at the bottom panel, it tells you the room you're in, shows you how many lives you got, your health bar, and then what items. I believe that's an items squares. So once we've picked up an item, it should turn up in those bottom squares there, which I think it's been doing already anyway. To basically pick up stuff, it's the fire button, and to select it, you press the fire button, and then you can push up and down and select your item to use or whatever. But it seems to me that the items actually get used also automatically when you're in the right place. I think that's quite a nice change, because before Dizzy would just drop items or switch them over. Who's this then? Okay, this is the good witch that we met at the start. The dialogue on this is very good, by the way, so it's always worth just reading through. Now the sound is very good as well. We've got a nice jolly Dizzy soundtrack as we go through here, which is, you know, again, if you're a fan of the Dizzy games, you'll know that you'll have this bouncy little soundtrack going on because, well, why not? It makes the game more fun, and I think my favourite so far, and I'm just sort of straying off topic a little bit, my favourite of the Dizzy soundtrack so far has got to be Treasure Island Dizzy. It's just one of the in-game music tracks that I just remember. Oh, you can go up there. You go. See, I can climb. There you go. If you look at the bottom now, you can see the Crash magazine and the mask in those squares. But yeah, the most memorable one for me, Treasure Island Dizzy, without a shadow of a doubt. So there we go. The main aspect with the Dizzy games is puzzle solving, and this is no exception. So basically you'll get items that you need to use in certain places to be able to progress through the game, and some of them might be taxing, some of them might be dead easy. So they, like the first one, you're given a task of opening the door. Just picking up the door handle is enough to do that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make that jump, so I'm not going to bother. So I'm just going to backtrack a little bit and see where we go. I like the fact that it actually shows you that there's pathways you can take now as well, with the arrow that's shown there. And if you want to enter a house or use one of the arrows to move between screens, then you just push the fire button and Dizzy will turn around and go in. Same with going into buildings. You can go into most of the buildings here. You saw me go into that one earlier on. And that's new. I think that's new. You could go into buildings. I can't remember. You know what? But let's just enjoy the game. So now we're going through the red gate. There you go. Another coin there. I think the Oliver twins have actually knocked this out of the park. It's absolutely brilliant. Love the eating animation that's made a return there from Spellbound Dizzy. That's really nice to see, because that was always a class animation anyway. And I just love this. This is really nice. Look at the clean, just the sprites and the layout and everything else. The graphics are so clean. Really, really nice. I love these little sort of teleport things that you can do. This just like throws me back straight to the Spectrum. Just exploring a game and having fun with it, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. Oh my god, look at that. That's amazing. I'm absolutely blown away. I mean, from that spider, let's just take that for a quick example. On Dizzy the Ultimate Cartoon Adventure, they were tiny little things, and now look at them, absolutely like fully fleshed out characters. This is really cool. So yeah, well done to the Oliver twins. This is absolutely fantastic. Fantastic Dizzy. There you go. But yeah, I think if you've never played a Dizzy game before and you want to start somewhere, it wouldn't be a bad idea to start here. It doesn't seem to have any sort of continuation from the other Dizzy games, apart from Pogi. You might need to know who Pogi the Huffle, one of the two, who he is. But it's not, I don't think it's necessary. I think you could jump into this game as a new Dizzyite, and you wouldn't need to know what the previous games were about. All you need to know is they were bloody good, and if you haven't played them, then it's time to go back in time, grab yourself some copies of them, and play them to death, like we did back in the day. Because, you know, this brings me back to the greatest things about the Spectrum, is the fact that the machine took about 6 years to load a game. A game had to be good, because it wasn't like a 30-second load, it was a 10-minute load, or worse. Yeah, so you were there for a good few minutes waiting for your game to load in, and if it was rubbish, then that was it. You know, you felt disappointed and let down that you'd spent money on a bag of pants. You might as well have spent it on a bag of pants. They'd probably be more useful for you. Anyway, I digress. This is fantastic. So, loving it. And it's got that Wizard of Oz theme as well, which is really nice. I just think they've taken Dizzy in the right direction, and I really hope there's going to be more of these games. Hint, hint. Because these are fantastic. The quality is fabulous. The presentation's great. The replayability is high. You're going to come back to this game, and the playability, age range. Well, you know, it's suitable for pretty much any age. You're going to have good fun with it, no matter what your age is. And if you're new, like I say, new to Dizzy games, then you're going to just get stuck in and go and problem solve. Not everything's as it seems in Dizzy games either, so always go with the unexpected sometimes. But there we are. This, like I said, I've been looking forward to this for a very long time, and I am absolutely blown away. So well done to the Oliver twins for a fantastic Dizzy release, and what an excellent early Christmas present for all of us retro gamers and Dizzy fans alike. You couldn't really ask for anything better, considering that it's a free one as well. I have to say a massive thank you to the Olivers for actually giving this out for free to their player base or the fan base. You are true gentlemen. So yeah, that's, I mean, in a nutshell, that's pretty much wonderful Dizzy, and it is wonderful, and it needs to be played by everybody, because why not? You know, if you're a platform fan, that's got something for you. Puzzle fan, something for you. Adventure, something for you. There's a little bit of something for everybody. So get stuck in, enjoy the game, and let me know in the comments when you complete it, if you complete it, or how far you've got. I like this door system, by the way. Very clever puzzle room. Really, really good. But yes, I would recommend this game to anyone. Especially you Dizzy fans out there. You can't really go wrong with a Dizzy game. But look at it. It's just genius. Very, very proud to bring this to the channel today. So I hope you've enjoyed the review anyway, ladies and gentlemen. And we are pushing towards Christmas. So I will be hopefully getting a few more reviews out next week towards Christmas Day. If there's anything you'd like to see, and yes, I know, Andrew, there is a review you want me to do. Buster's Adventures on the SNES, was it? That is on my list of things to do. Do not worry, I'll get round to that. But in the meantime, thank you ever so much for everyone to tune into my channel. Really appreciate that. I can't tell you how much that it makes me smile seeing people comment and liking and sharing and everything else that comes with it. Without you guys, the channel wouldn't exist. So thank you ever so much to everybody. I will catch you next time. You keep it retro, and as always, it's bye for now.